What started the deadliest war in human history? Welcome to World War II in a Cube, your 4-minute dive into the war that changed everything. Chapter 1, The Spark. World War II didn't start overnight. It all began with the Treaty of Versailles. Signed after World War I, the treaty left Germany bitter, blaming it for the war and demanding heavy reparations. This anger built up, giving rise to Adolf Hitler, who promised to restore Germany to its former glory. In 1939, Hitler invaded Poland, sparking the beginning of World War II. Countries couldn't ignore the aggression, and soon, a global war erupted, changing the course of history. Chapter 2, The Big Split. Now that the war was officially on, it was clear who the key players were. The Axis powers, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, had one thing in common: they wanted to expand their empires. On the other side, the Allies, led by countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union, formed a powerful alliance to stop the Axis spread. But what made these alliances work? Well, it wasn't just about shared values, it was about survival, and sometimes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Chapter 3, The Battles. When the war began, the fighting wasn't just one big event, it was a series of epic battles. D-Day, on June 6, 1944, marked the turning point in Europe. Thousands of soldiers landed on Normandy's beaches, fighting to free France from German occupation. In the east, the Battle of Stalingrad was a brutal clash, with the Soviet Union facing off against Germany in one of the deadliest battles ever fought. On the other side of the world, Pearl Harbor was attacked by Japan in 1941, bringing the United States into the fight. And in the Pacific, the Battle of Midway changed the tides, with the US Navy sinking for Japanese carriers in a single day. Chapter 4, Behind the Front Lines. World War II wasn't just about armies and generals, it was about the people. Soldiers fought on battlefields, but civilians also played a crucial role. Women stepped up in factories, supporting the war effort while men were away. Resistance fighters in occupied countries risked everything to sabotage the enemy. And while soldiers fought in trenches, civilians lived in fear of bombings and invasions. The war affected everyone, no matter where they were or what they did. Chapter 5, Darkest Hours. But not all of World War II was about heroic battles. There were some of the darkest moments in human history. The Holocaust, the systematic killing of 6 million Jews by Nazi Germany, stands as one of the most horrifying chapters in World War II, and the bombings didn't stop with military targets. Cities like London, Dresden, and Tokyo were heavily bombed, causing untold civilian suffering. Then in 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ending the war in the Pacific but leaving a legacy of horror that still echoes today. Chapter 6, The Aftermath. After World War II, the world was a very different place. The United Nations was formed in 1945 to promote peace and cooperation, trying to prevent something like World War II from ever happening again. Germany was divided into East and West, each falling under different spheres of influence, setting the stage for the Cold War. The war had already claimed over 70 million lives, leaving a scar that would never fully heal, and the Cold War began.